Why is it that the expansion doesn't stack up economically?
Well, one reason is, and in fact the principal reason is, that the airport in its assessments of the economic benefits has omitted from its calculations one very important fact, and that is that the much higher percentage of people who travel in planes to and from Leeds Bradford Airport are actually local residents of Yorkshire. Only a relatively small percentage of people are people coming from abroad to spend time or do business trips to Yorkshire and thereby spending money there. So in fact, what is happening is that people of Yorkshire are exporting their money, their resources to the destination airports and countries. And that money is a significant, a major loss to the Yorkshire economy. And this is just not allowed for in the airport's own calculations of benefits. There are other things that affect it, is that automation is one of the things by which airports reduce their costs. That's increasing rapidly in airports. And the number of jobs which the airport has predicted, which is 12,000 growth, is in fact based on the total activities, including present activities at the airport. So they are vastly overstating the jobs benefits and economic benefits from the airport expansion.
Tell us a little bit more about the health impact of noise pollution. I know you're a GP by trade, so you obviously have a bit of knowledge on that side of things. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
I can. I was also a public health doctor, and I did my own dissertation many years ago on the effect of emissions from coal-fired power stations. So I do know what I'm talking about. And one thing I would say straight away is that the effects on health and public health, individual and public health, have really been downplayed in all the assessments which have been conducted of the effects of aviation expansion, particularly when the planes fly directly over heavily populated areas such as Leeds. The effects are, the principal effects would be from noise, and many people would be surprised to hear that aircraft noise is actually has a far bigger effect on people's health and well-being than they would normally realize. It affects things from as wide a range as an increase in the percentage of people who have heart attacks when exposed to sudden loud noise from aircrafts. It's estimated in a recent study that might be as high as 3 in every 100 deaths in these areas are due to an effect of airport noise. It extends to things like there is a link between aviation and people having problems with their eyesight in later years over and above what they would normally expect. There has been an effect demonstrated on the increased number of birth weight babies. There had been an increase in the effect of number of children suffering from respiratory diseases, high blood pressure. The list is surprisingly long, and the more recent study has shown that even 5 hours exposure to this very small particles which aviation flights when taking off emit they can be identified after 5 hours in healthy young adults who are exercising quite near to the airport. So this is a developing science, and every bit of research that is done adds to the worries of public health doctors about the effects of aviation.
Wow,